Hey there, internet. It's me. Uh, one thing I wanted to talk about was old people, not old people, specifically my grandmother. But I'll trail off. It's old people and my grandmother, so it's kind of a mixture of the two. Uh, my grandmother died 2 years ago, 2012, around the last time my last video was uploaded. Um, wasn't even around the time. It was 2 months after. Yeah, it was 2 months after. 2 months? 2.5 months. It's actually really bad that I don't remember. And she left behind a few things. This phone here to be first example. She was a really great person, but she passed away a bit too quickly. Mostly because of her own negligence of her own health. But that's besides the point. She's gone, and we can't get her back, which is horrible, and it makes me feel upset. That aside, she saw the world in a different view, and she taught me to look at the world in the same way. And that way is that the old days were better. Example, better television shows. Dick Van Dyke, Andy Griffith, I Love Lucy, Gunsmoke, Bonanza, a myriad of other shows that I simply can't remember. Ooh, Cosby Show. What I'm getting at here is that the morals that were taught in those shows are almost completely different than what is being shown today. All this media, this social media, plays a big role into it. The way the two work is television shows all the bad things of this world, of this country, mostly. It shows a news coverage of riots, shootings, beatings, police brutality, you name it, it's on the news. When that news is seen, it is cycled through social media. And when that goes through social media, it gathers people's opinions, and it just moves back into the television, where all those opinions can be formulated into, let's say, a subliminal message. When that subliminal message is being broadcasted and listened to by mostly everyone, it kind of sticks with them. It sticks with them in the idea that the world is awful, which it is. I'll be honest. I'll state my opinion right here and now. The world is awful. The world sucks. Everything sucks about it. People suck. A lot of people suck. A lot of things are generally horrible. So, judge me if you will. I really don't care. Recorded this thing 5 times, and it's seriously, I don't give a shit anymore. Just want to get it out there that this world would be better if the media changed its messages. Like back in the old days, Gunsmoke, Dick Van Dyke, Cosby Show, Andy Griffith. Other examples here. They all had a family-oriented, kind of message. Do right by your family. Keep your family close. Do anything your family needs. But now, what television is perpetuating through social media and other outlets, it's just bad. Simply bad. Sex, body image, gender stereotypes, a lot of other things. This is an all-encompassing reason here. This specific one. It's mostly based around what social media does. And recently, social media has been about beauty. Recently, as in the past year and a half, I've seen it. The whole thing, whole debacle, whole issue, stated as follows. A lot of sex. There's a lot of sex everywhere. Generally by the youth. Sometimes by the older adults, sometimes by younger adults, but it is mostly by the youth. Things like only one I can think of is twerking, and honestly that is the reason why other countries hate us. If we took a better standpoint as to what we show our children, I'm 16, I don't have children, the country's children, the world would be a bit better. I think, at least. It'd be telling them the right way to do things, the right way to treat people, raising them correctly is basically what I'm getting at. My theory is that if we don't change the television set list, I like to call it, like the general message that television broadcasts broadly, we're just going to have the next generation be worse than this one. I mean, I'm 16 and I can already see that everyone around me is horrible. Generally horrible. But there's really nothing I can do about it because I'm 16 and I can't change the world. Least I can do is broadcast this and try and reach some of you unfortunate people who have stumbled upon this channel and seen the garbage that I've produced earlier. For those of you who have seen those old things, I'm so sorry. For those of you who don't know the old things, please don't look them up. I'm doing you a service for warning you. Anyway, sorry to digress. My point is here, if we don't change the set list of the television, of how we portray things in our society, such as the police, the brutality between everyone, and anything else that's horrible about this country, we'll have a generation of horrible people, sexist, racist. I don't want to say redneck minded, because it's not all rednecks are, racist or all for America. They're more of a general people, but it's overly patriotic. There we go. Racist, sexist, overly patriotic children that don't know the right way to raise their own children. Don't know the right way to treat people. That's what's gonna be horrible too. How people feel about being treated as garbage, as we have so honestly have perpetuated throughout everything that we have ever done. Police shows, for example, treat people like garbage. Those people will give you information. Not exactly how the world works. If you treat a certain person like garbage, they're going to treat you like garbage and not give you anything. That's what I'm saying. And if this whole societal garbage heap continues to broadcast widely the fact that, hey, everything is sex, body image, racism, and socially wrong, well, we might as well say sayonara to our country, our entire ideals, our Bill of Rights, our Constitution, everything the people before us have fought and risked their lives for. We can just say bye, throw them in the garbage heap, throw a lighter on it, and watch our world burn. That's all I'm really saying here. It's my opinion. Might be other people's opinion. I don't really know, but if we at least try and change it from here on out, some people will come out alright. That's all we can hope for. That's all we can hope for. Having a few people from this generation and the next be alright. Alright meaning that they know how to treat people with respect and courtesy and chivalry, won't be dead later on in the future. Hopefully, in my ideal world, I don't know about yours, but in my ideal world, we'd have these and cars. We won't have laptops. We won't have social media to go with the laptop or with our phones. Well, these cars and Game Boys, because we need those. Those are crucial. We need those. Sorry for that really loud noise. I threw the Game Boy on the microphone. Anyway, that's the end of my spiel. I really wanted to get that off my chest. It's very helpful to speak out loud on what we feel is right, and really think more people should do it. I think more people should form their own opinions instead of, I know a lot of people like to say follow the herd, but we're not sheep. Some of us are, but the others, the individuals, society's freaks, we know what's all right. We know what's good, and we know what's acceptable. But obviously the herd doesn't. And it's kind of up to us to figure out how to how to show them that our ways are better and more oriented to a working world instead of a world that is constantly perusing Facebook, just trying to find something to do. It's not necessarily a bad thing that they're looking for celebrities, mishaps, or happenings, but it's not a good way to spend your time. Spend copious amounts of time trying to find this information that is inconsequential to your life. So, bottom line, try and make the world better, but don't kill yourself over it. It's if you see the world as a lost cause, it's a lost cause. For the rest of us, it's a restart. It's more of a restart.